topic is the talk of the town, energy storage systems and renewable integration. Everyone talks about it, and if you see how the regulators or how the system managers have responded to renewable integration, is they are coming with different kinds of projects where forming the infirm renewable is a kind of responsibility of the developer. Okay, whether it is round the clock, whether it is FDRE or storage inbuilt solutions, but everywhere if you see right now the approach is to have a generation side management. You have to smoothen the generating curve, and nobody talks about demand side management. Mr. Vikram just touched base about EV. Now I'm so surprised that everyone manages to follow the load curve and tries to take the generation follow the load curve. No one talks about how this load curve can also be managed. So a very interesting opportunity that exists in front of us is the usage of EV, which Mr. Vikram just spoke about. Your EV, if you bring time of day tariff, okay, the concept of time of day tariff, if it is brought in, the EV will act as a storage during when the renewable peaks, and can act as a generator when the renewable is not available to service the load. So it can act as a load to take the excess amount of generation, stores it, and then it pumps back, and the entire capex of storage shifts from the generators to the retailers like us, to the people of the entire country. The entire nation will foot the bill of storage now, but nobody is talking about it. This is a huge opportunity which exists around us, and if you see what needs to be done to achieve this, very simple tweaking. The first is you have to bring the concept of time of day tariff, so that there is enough incentive for people of this country to offer their machines as storage. Okay, they will draw power from the grid and pay a very small charges, because that is where your renewable is at its peak, and then pump back the same stored power into the grid when the tariffs are higher. So there is an economic incentive for the people to act as a buffer. That is one thing. The second, you need this amount of EV, you need the penetration of EV to make a meaningful difference. Okay, the EV at this space, or the EV which is there right now, is grossly insufficient to provide a solution like this. So what do you need? You just need a small policy intervention. You give some tax breaks to the people, and within no time you will find that EVs are flooded on the road. So a mixture of regulatory push and a policy intervention can create a huge storage, an unthinkable amount of storage which this country needs, and all of a sudden all of our fossil fuel consumption shifts from or fossil fuel driven machines shifts from fossil fuel to EV, act as a generator, act as a load, act as a storage, and brings the renewable integration. So what it does also, that your renewable power cost can come down significantly. You will focus on plain vanilla solar and wind, where the cost is the cheapest, and you shift the entire cost of storage to the retail, which has got an economic incentive to do that. So that kind of innovative idea I hope we'll talk about, and this of course is not possible without the AI ML, because you have to have a demand side management, you have to have a prediction on time of day tariff, you have to smoothen the entire load curve, right? The duck curve needs to be smoothened, and the generation side management also has to be there, so that you can better optimize the assets that you have. Otherwise your asset also needs refurbishment, so that will again bring the cost up or take the cost up. So an integrated solution where you of course need an infrastructure, But before infrastructure, what you require is policy and regulation. If you have a proper policy regulation, then the infrastructure will definitely follow. What is also very critical to achieve this is to differentiate between carriage and content. Okay, the content has to be differentiated. If we don't do that, then any kind of reform is not possible. As long as electricity remain a political tool to win elections, the reforms will not be possible. So to get the real advantage of renewable and its integration, the very basic thing that needs to be done is to separate the carrier and the content concept. It was floated, but somehow it went to the back burner. But at some point in time, we have to bring it back. Thank you.